ای شب از رویای تو رنگین شده، سینه از عطر توام سنگین شده.
Do you want in you order medium or do you want me me? Music in on world.
Thank you, Ananjan, and thanks for inviting me.
You are no harm. I love music.
Thank you, Anand. I'm very happy to hear always.
And
My pleasure.
and it better and amazing and who you were mother.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure too.
Mother John or other word.
Thank you. Thank you.
Then and how did you never go in
My earliest memories of singing is very much connected to my grandmother. She had a very beautiful voice and also a deep love for poetry. And also my father, who was a poetry enthusiast. And also I remember the home that I grew in. That home, we had a gramophone. My parents had a gramophone, and they had a very, very wonderful collection of Persian classical music. And I remember when I was a child, I spent many hours in that room to listen to all this music, and I really, really immersed in the rich classical and regional Iranian music at that time. And so my love for music started around that time. I remember that my sister Marjan, she had a very beautiful voice, and she was very popular among friends and family because she, as a child, she sang traditional songs. And but I was very shy, and I could not sing among people. But two times it happened that I sang, and it was a life-changing moment for me. And everything, changed from that time in my life. And I felt that I can, singing can bring me courage and confidence. And then I started to learn music. Of course, after the Islamic Revolution in Iran in 1979, uh, uh, music had really, really difficult time in Iran. And for around 10 years, for example, some music universities were closed, and music was restricted. And very many musicians, they went to exile, or they kept silence in Iran. So it was a very difficult time for music, and the only music that was allowed to allowed in television or radio was music connected to some religious occasions, or for example some songs that were related to the war between Iran and Iraq. But then later it became a little better. And I remember when some restrictions were lifted from music, I spent, and then, some productions started to, some music, kind of music, especially traditional music, was permitted. And then I remember I spent most of my pocket money, monthly pocket money, to buy these cassettes. And I remember I really, really was, I was so enthusiastic about every new production. So finding the classes at that time, music classes, was not easy. And so we found some private musical class at that time. And Marjon and I together started to learn music. And then we went to singing classes. And I remember our singing classes happened every Thursday. And we really, really were so happy to go to these classes. And then I searched more, and I went to learn music with different masters. And little by little, I felt that music is something very, very serious in me. I knew that the future path is very vague and ambiguous because of the restrictions, and especially the main restrictions, or that was the ban on women's solo voices at that time. So, but I felt that it is something very serious in me, and I followed this musical path very, very seriously. And then of course, from 1994 or 5, I started to have some private concerts in Iran. And then in 1997, I received an invitation from Germany to perform. And from that time, since that time, I think I had a lot of concerts, and I took part in many festivals in the world till now. And then in 2003, I met the visionary master producer and poet Erik Hillestad, who is a Norwegian. Together with Marjon, we started a long-lasting collaboration with KKV in Norway, and that was very much, all the works and projects we have done are based in the artistic values, and also keeping heritage, and also a lot of cross-cultural collaborations, and also an important platform for freedom of expression in music related to women voice.
Who are you in?
I yeah, I had a lot of influences in my life. My teachers, my masters, Marjan, my sister. She has been a very inspiring collaborator, and you know uh, in this musical journey. And my husband Atabak, who is also composer and also arranger. We have been working together for many years, and it's the fruit of our life. Music is the fruit of our life, and we influenced a lot each other, and I learned a lot from him. And because he has a very special philosophy in arranging in harmony, and he knows both Western and also Iranian music. So it was very nice. And also one of my important influences in my artistic life was Muhammad Ibrahim Jafari, who was a poet and also painter. He passed away in 2018, but he was very influential in my artistic visions. And also my first teacher, Pari Maliki, she was really encouraging, and also um, um, very much encouraged me and Marjan to find our own voice, to find our individual voice. And yeah, many other, and also many collaborators that I had in my life. They were so inspiring and influential. And also the producer, that Eric Hillestad, he has been also a very inspiring and important collaborator.
What do you call your style of music?
It's a little difficult to name. The music that I work is very much based in traditional and regional music in Iran, but always I searched for new sound and new expression. So I am very much connected to this music, but I developed a kind of static that it is very individual in singing, and so I don't know what kind of genre I can call it, maybe neo-traditional, something like that, or in a way, kind of, I can call myself liberal traditional artist that very much connected to the tradition, but at the same time very open to find new sound and new expression. Yeah, something like that.
How much in every in your life?
Yes, music and singing is really, it's my best friend and my beloved, because through music, I can reveal my secrets. I can be myself, and especially after a complicated relationship with my country, Iran, with my beloved country, Iran, I found new home, and I can say that music is my home, or my voice is my home. So I feel a kind of I feel secure and safe in that home, and I can I can really this is something very, very special. Uh, I paid a lot of price for this music, but the joy and the hope in this path really, really compensated and everything. And I felt that I forgot all the struggles and challenges, because this musical path uh, and has been an ongoing struggle for me as a woman singer after the revolution in Iran. So, but the joy and the beauty, really, really, it's amazing, and I forgot all the struggles. And so music is really, really important. I can transform my pain, my sorrow, my joy, my hope to music. So yeah, music is my best friend, and singing is my best friend.
How do your song for your album or content?
Um, mm, all the projects that or songs that I have done for albums or for concerts, they have a special meaning in my life, and they are part of my life, and I have a very deep connection to the poetry, uh, especially the poetry from classical or also contemporary poetry. Uh, and um, and when I choose a poem, I should connect with the poem in a very deep way. It should connect with some part of me. I don't know. It can be emotional, spiritual, political. So um, I'm very intentional when I pick a poem. And of course, for many years, I have been working on classical poetry. But some years also, I have developed contemporary poems like Furuk Farrokhzad, like other contemporary poets. So the texts are so important for me. And and of course, sometimes I choose first the text and put melody, and sometimes vice versa. And when sometimes also I work with the poets, like or the projects that I work with Mohammad Ebrahim Jafari, or sometimes I work with Atabak Eliassi, and so yeah, they are they in a way all the songs and what I create in a way very much connected to my life and to the concerns that I had, to the questions, doubts, and yeah, many things in my many elements in my life. So in a way, um, all these songs or all my creativity, they are fed by my life. Um, so and when I see, when I look at my albums from the past, I can understand that, for example, when I created traces of an old vineyard, I was very much, I had a concern about a treasure that it is destroying, and for example, I had a lot of concerns about, all the beauty in Iran, that they were vanishing, so one of my concerns were at that time this. And then, for example, when I did the a cappella album, The Sun Will Rise, I was very much, I wanted very much to express my music just through my naked voice. And I felt that I can expose my feeling more. So in every album I had some, or for example, in the album that I made, Enlighten the Night in 2020, all the songs that I made, they were very much connected to my relationship with home and the longing for that. And also, uh, all these things. So as I told, it's very much connected to my life.
Do you want in your audience meet your own, or do you want them in
Yes, for me, singing, of course, the people who come to my concert, they know what they are searching, and for me, the deep interaction between me and the audience is very important in every concert. I would like to awaken some deep moments in them and try to penetrate their heart. And so it is something very special for me. And so I would like to awaken some special feeling in them. So it's mostly about, and of course, also the message is so important. I feel that, singing is not just for me, just to entertain people. I want really to, of course, they should enjoy and they should have good time, and but I should also, I want to create a kind of feeling in them that um, that they can think and they can be involved with it. And also, yes, the message is important, because for me, singing, in every concert that I do, it's also very, for me, is a pleasure to bring the musical heritage and also the uh, poetic heritage of Iranian, that it is very much, it's not, sometimes it's hidden in the world. And especially when I have non-Iranian audience, it is also important that how this treasure is important, and how, what it's very important that many of them, they become very curious about Iran, and uh, they can search more. And also when I have when I interact with the non-Iranian audience, it is very, for me, very nice that, of course, most of the time I explain about the poem, but sometimes also the expression can really penetrate in their in their heart, because always all these years I tried to find the expression that even if people they don't know the text, how I can transmit the feeling of joy, sorrow, or hope. So this interaction with the audience has been always very important for me in my concerts. And in every concert, I feel that, yes, when I go to the stage, I gain extra strength because I feel that I am in my real home. It's a place that I reveal my secret with no mask. This is something very special for me.
Do human or music can you your band or people if they then how
Yes, that I know that I know there are a lot of musicians that they can really bring important message through their arts, because through music people can connect. Music is something that you can connect very directly to the people, and especially in the world that it's politicians, some politicians, not all, but some of the politicians, they created a lot of fear, a lot of or wall between people. So art and music can really, really have an important role for making and bringing people closer to each other. And I know, yes, I know many, many musicians. For example, I work with the Kronos Quartet. It's a very well-known quartet in the world. They are based in San Francisco, and all of their projects, there is a meaning in it. It can be, related to justice. It can be related to climate change. It can be related to many things, beauty, everything. And so yes, I feel that art has an important role, and artists in this world, to bring awareness about many matters, about justice, about very many things.
could you be in a for
Okay. Which song? I don't know. ای شب از رویای تو رنگین شده، سینه از عطر توام سنگین شده. ای به روی چشم من گسترده خویش، شادیم بخشیده از اندوه بیش، شادیم بخشیده از اندوه بیش. Some verses by Furuk Farrokhzad. the contemporary poet. She was a very fearless and courageous woman that, of course, received a lot of criticism in the society that she lived and also after the revolution in Iran. But her poems and her words really resonates and gave a lot of courage to many generations in Iran.
Wow, it was incredible.
Thank you, Anand.
It is so was that I was in. It was not really home.
Thank you.
Me even more comfortable in bread or soul.
Both can be nice. I have tried, or I had experience in different ways. Sometimes I sing solo. Sometimes I sing with Marjan as a duet or other singers, like the project that I did with the American blues singer. Sometimes I sing with the pianist, or a little or a small ensemble. Sometimes with bigger ensembles. It's all of them are very interesting for me, and in each of them I can express myself in different way. Yeah.
You are also a songwriter.
Yes, I write most of my most of my melodies, the melodies, but then a composer arranges it for instrument, or sometimes also with a kind of yes, most of the time is like this. I also sometimes sing some of the old songs. Sometimes also I sing a lot from the um, Iranian vocal repertoire Radif, and yes, but during these 2 decades, I most of the melodies I made myself. I chose a poem and then I make the melody. Sometimes also I put new poems on some old melodies, some folk and old melodies, different ways I work.
When you be older, other singer do you get better than them.
it's